You already know what it is. Holla at your boy, Mr. Easy Does It. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna just jump right in. You know what I'm saying? So here's what's dope. You know what I'm saying? You see, acquired knowledge. Acquired knowledge is very powerful, man. Acquired knowledge is very powerful. It can also make you stagnant in the application of the overconsumption of knowledge and information and knowing when to use it and being in a position of influence, power, and having the platform to express the acquired knowledge. And do people even care about that shit, or do people want to understand the dynamics of how things work and why things work, how they work, and stuff like that? And um, the occurring debate of who's more powerful, who's more stronger. You know what I mean? So I notice a lot of um, kickback or a lot of um, how would I say um, debating of what the world is made of and how the universe works in the dynamics of applications and one's expectation to be who they set to become. You know what I mean? I feel super empowered, powerful, and confident when I speak about um, my path and my structure and my applications and what I desire to do. One, because I see the mimicking of what I do. I see the influence of what I do. I don't need the gratification. I love the gratification when I do get it. Um, does it make me get some type of high? Not really, because the highest that I really get is just from my self gratification. That's the highest I've ever felt. You know what I mean? And to have someone of a higher position based on the industry that they in give you a shout out or give you credit for something that you do, it's respectable. You know what I mean? Um, studied a lot of people, studied a lot of, you know what I'm saying, individuals that I feel like got influence, and they make certain moves that um, empowered me or gave me um, insight into how to move in a certain way based upon the things and the accomplishments they acquired on the path of their journey, their process, and stuff like that. I listen to the people who have acquired more than me as far as the territory and the infrastructures and the architecture of what's around me, right? Just so I could gain um, a broadened horizon of how things work and how things are manufactured and stuff like that. So I learned about certain industries, which made me move in a certain manner. So what I learned is you see that when you know a certain thing or you move in a certain manner of confidence based upon the roles that you tried, it's like you cool for the debate, but what are you debating for if you're not trying to build off of what someone else built? You know what I mean? So if someone built a, a certain area, territory, I'm looking to expand that. If someone came with a certain style of music, I'm looking to expand that. If someone came with a certain type of um, fashion, I'm looking to expand that. But I'm looking to expand that in my own fashion style and sense. You know what I'm saying? And I see people that's doing the same. But like I said, I've seen a lot of eights. You know what I'm saying? Wow, you know what I'm saying? I speak very um, boldly. You know what I'm saying? Even in my presence, it's bold. So you can see me coming from a mile away. You see me coming from way out there, right? You see who I am. You know what I mean? So I look at it like they must be waiting for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at it as like they trying to throw shade or belittle me or make me feel some type of way, because it can't be that, because it's not gonna be the Tesla Edison type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be that type of energy. It's gonna be like, nigga, I know what I'm talking about, and I know who I am, and I know what I built, and I know what I started, and I know what I innovated, and I know what I built off of. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be disingenuous when you making something or you doing something in retaliation to dismantle the organic building of something that was built from um, natural hands-on experiences. You can't take away from hands-on experiences. You feel me? You can't use a hands-on experience. You know what I'm saying? I could um, use many different methods. You know what I'm saying? I could use less to get more. I could use more to get less. I could use more to get more. I could use all those formulas and equations because I got experience. You know what I mean? So the battle between teachers and students, the teachers and the students is, here's the thing. The dynamics of that is the teachers, right, acquire the knowledge to teach the students, right? And this is based off of an aspect of, you know, I got to set my 8, you know what I'm saying? I'll let your boy 8, you know what I'm saying? 8. Jazz, 8, you know what I'm saying? Come on, stop playing with me. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Infinite, you know what I'm saying? 8, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, um, I was born 1987. You know what I'm saying? How is your boy? So yeah, the teachers and the students, right, has a dynamic relationship. You could bounce off of each other and teach each other. You know what I mean? The thing is this now. The man with experience and the man with the textbook are going to clash because it's the regurgitation of what is taught. You know what I'm saying? You're regurgitating what's taught to make you seem as if you have high essence. You know what I'm saying? I'm not regurgitating anything. I'm not going based off of a book. Sometimes I do because I have to quote what I read, quote scriptures, quote raps, you know what I'm saying? Quote manuals that are blueprints and templates to get to a certain aspect, get to a certain point. But the teachers now, in the curriculum in the world that we living in now and how knowledge is delivered to the people all over the world, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of a battle in the sense of um, you've acquired so much knowledge to when I'm looking at you and I'm saying, how you know all of these things, but you haven't built what you studied? You know what I'm saying? You haven't implemented the structure to put yourself in position to be a part of that essence. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for me to have a dialogue with a student and to be challenged by a student or to be challenged by anyone, because when I'm talking about what I built, I knew that the world was moving in a digital aspect, right? A digital format, a digital realm. You know what I mean? So I was into I was into crypto before crypto was popular. I was into um, the becoming of the NFTs, and I was into the 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 the, the media platforms and the overconsumption or the oversharing of content. You know what I mean? And building off of um, imagery. You know what I mean? Building off of imagery. So when you're talking to a teacher and to gain the respect of a student, they're gonna say like, "Yo, how you know all this information and you teaching me about business, but you don't got no business, or I haven't seen you with a business, or I haven't seen you with anything for sale, and you're living this mediocrity life, and um, I'm supposed to dream, think big, and all this. You know what I'm saying? All these different dynamics of what, no matter if it's business or not, just the whole curriculum of what's being taught or projected to the people. You know what I'm saying? And people having a sense of um, confidence and security in what you're teaching them. You know what I mean? So I've watched the people um, that have been around me, and I see what they're doing now, and I see what they thrive at, and I see that um, the element that we experienced as far as um, business views, step by step processes, certain dialogues on how to get from point A to point B, you know what I'm saying? And then seeing them implement that, you know what I'm saying? So I feel confident, but I always knew that what I was working towards and what I was building and what I'm striving towards, um, I haven't seen it yet. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen it yet, or I haven't seen it in the way that I envisioned it. You know what I mean? So, um, the dynamics of the student and the teacher and the debate of who knows more is obsolete. You know what I mean? It's like it's obsolete in the sense of there's a certain amount of time that you're going to get to experience it, and within that certain amount of time, you have um, chances to create. You know what I mean? So while you creating infrastructures and platforms and stuff like that, what are you contributing? And how are you contributing it in the manner that you're contributing? Your flavor, your uniqueness, you know what I'm saying? And your own individual path of creation, you know what I'm saying? So I feel super confident. I always feel like a victor because the more that I create and the more that I add to the platforms that I'm a part of, is the more that they change it up and to try to adjust it. So that means that they're adjusting to me. You know what I mean? And they're adjusting to me because um, every time that I try to keep the consistency of what I'm doing, there's an adjustment to my consistency. So while I'm being so consistent now, I feel super um, proud of myself because I know that I'm changing the infrastructure and the status quo of how information is being received and being delivered. You feel me? So, um, to acquire a certain amount of knowledge and to give off the confidence of the amount of information that you know and still feel held back um is a is a wall of a shield, like a block, like a it's a barrier that's that'll stop you from getting to a certain point. Because I can't be like, yo, I read all of these books, I read all of this information, I watched all these videos, I talked to this person, I talked to this person. I feel like I'm being held back, or I feel like we can't get to a certain point because this person is in this position, or this person is a gatekeeper, or this person is the. I don't feel that way because the creativity of my mind supersedes those barriers. You know what I'm saying? It supersedes the limitations that other people have of their expectations. You know what I'm saying? And that's a constant battle now because you're going to witness people with an abundance of information that don't have high expectations. So the acquirement of knowledge was your expectation to have a conversation to make yourself talk, feel, and look intellectual. But when it comes to the expectation of tangible movements and tangible things, that's a whole different ballgame. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the expectations of why people exist and why they want to exist and what they want to acquire. You know what I mean? Um, that goes into relationships. Like, yo, everyone is looking for a husband. Everyone is looking for a wife without being social. But you on social media. So you don't want to be social. You want to skip into the process of a label and an expectation and a position, but you don't want to go through the experience of getting to know each other because it's going to start off like this. Yo, we so similar. We just alike. We share some similarities. Oh my gosh. We are inseparable. We are to get we are attracted to each other because we have these similarities and you're into what I'm into, and that goes within a 3 to 6 months process, and then you're gonna start to find out, oh damn, we not alike. Um, you sleep like this. You like to eat this type of food. You like to go here. You know what I'm saying. You like to go there. Like, um, you like these type of novels. You like to watch these type of shows. You think like this. You act like this, and then now you created some type of separation. So you're on a social media platform. You don't want to be social. You have an anxiety of being social. You're afraid to speak up for yourself. You're afraid to engage in a conversation when someone asks you, what are your interests, what are your likes? It's just looked upon as lame because you don't know how to articulate yourself. And now it's a choice though, you know what I'm saying? You put yourself in an environment where you don't have to articulate yourself. You go back to feeling comfortable with being in a box of what you know, what you think you know, and um, in the ignorance of just being in the dark in that aspect, right? So now you have those experiences of um, I'm looking for this and I'm looking for that. I'm looking for this based off your requirements. Now, here's my requirements and this is what I require. Well, da 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 da. Nah, I'm not into that and da da da. And then you like, I'm gonna go live like this, but then years go by, now you wanna live like this. You know what I'm saying? And then um you have people that got certain philosophies. Oh, I can't do that. That's not of me. That's not of the world. That's not of that. You know what I'm saying? Only to really want to have those experiences of people that they see on social media having fun abroad, um, and having experiences that they never got to experience. So it's just about expectations of what you want, how you want it, and having the guts to express yourself of how you want to live your own unique life and be in unison with yourself so that you could be in unison with um, like-minded individuals, you know what I'm saying? Or have people that are around you with the same expectations. You feel me? With and not so battling with, well, I don't do that, and that's not for me, and da 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 da, and learning um, what communities and societies that you're a part of. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just observing, and I'm like, yo, I'm the prize. You know what I'm saying? In my world, I'm the prize because they making adjustments to me. You know what I'm saying? They making adjustments to how I'm making the adjustments. You feel me? And I gotta think on my toes and I gotta move like this. And I see people, they're consistent within the stability of the benefits, which is cool. Um, I'm consistent with the adjustments based off the benefits that I want to acquire that is different from the rest because I have a different expectation of what I want, right? So that's what's separating people from each other, and that's what's also making people clash with each other because they like, yo, why you think so big? Why you look at the world like this? Um, that's not true. That can't be real. And I'm like, yo, I have these experiences that you probably would never even believe because one, you don't expect to have them. Two, that's not of your vision. That's not of your mind. That's not of your essence. That's not of who you are. That's not of your experience. That's not of your desires. Um, that's not what you ask for. That's not what you put yourself in position for. You feel me? So the separation goes now at that point because it's like, yo, these weren't your expectations. That's not what you desired. This is not what you wanted to acquire. This is not the creative canvas that you wanted to build, right? But they see you building a creative outlook on your expectations and your perceptions, and they like, yo, I like what you're doing, but I'm gonna mimic it. You feel me? So, um, in the world of art, it's a give and take. It's a reflection aspect because it's like, okay, I got inspiration from this person, I got inspiration from that person, I got inspiration from that person, and I created this. But when it comes to, oh, let me take this person's idea and let me take this person, that's cool, in the aspect of um you being creative. But when it comes to the intellectual property of who starts the trends, who influences, you know what I'm saying? Then that's a different ball game. That's a whole different aspect of things. Because I'm not gonna sit around and have someone study me, take my ideas, and be like, "Yo, that's me." I'll look at you from afar and see you go here, okay, and then boom, you're gonna go there because organically that's not who you are. Because you're gonna have to keep switching it up, switching it up. Organically, I can recreate what I created because it's what I do. It's me. It's what I created. You know what I'm saying? I could continuously create that. I could. It doesn't matter how. I don't gotta think super out the box. I could just move. I could just think. I could just think like that because I had those experiences. I did the repetition. I did the work. I studied that aspect. I know that person because in the industry that I wanted to become or belong to, um, these people were successful at what they do, and I learned from the steps that they took and the steps that they wasn't successful at, and I learned how to become successful in that aspect. So when it becomes a debate of who acquires the most knowledge, to not use the knowledge or to not know how to deliver the knowledge to a person that can receive it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a clash, and then you got to know who wants to receive it. Because, like I said, the teacher and the student gonna have a clash because they're gonna be like, "Yo," the teacher gonna say, "That's not how it's gonna be. That's not how you should do it." The student gonna say, "Like, that's not how you should do it." But then there's a different dynamic when there's a student and a teacher, and they like, "Yo, oh word, that's how you do it. Oh word, I want to learn that. Oh word, that's what you're using. That's how you made that happen. That's how you look like that. Yo, that's you know what I mean." Instead of this person like, let me see what this person is doing. Let me try to become this person. That's where you go wrong because you're trying to say, let me become this person to become a better him. I ain't trying to become a better version of someone else. I'm trying to become a better version of myself with the inspiration of someone else. So I was inspired by a certain aspect of a person's approach, right? And I used it to have a wholesome approach within myself so I could be my own unique version of Mr. Easy Does It, LAK, Mr. Number Letters, you know what I'm saying, Jazz American, um, you know what I'm saying, Budamar, you know what I'm saying, um, all these different names that I have for myself. No one didn't have to give me those names. Some names were given. I learned who I was by me applying and acquiring the knowledge. And I'm like, yo, when I'm reading these books, when I'm reading these, or I'm studying these videos, I'm like, yo, I already know this. Not to say that I knew more or I know more. I already knew certain aspects about myself that just had to be confirmed. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew based off of the similarities of a person that I'm like, yo, we're of the same essence, but we're different. You know what I'm saying? We have similarities. We may come from the same bloodline. You feel me? We may come from the same DNA, but my own genetic makeup of who I am is unique within itself. So I'm not trying to be this person. I'm not trying to be that person. I'm trying to be the better version of myself. You know what I'm saying? And I have the confidence to be myself. And I have the confidence to be different versions of myself because I know, you know what I'm saying, who I was becoming, and who I wanted to become. So some people say you don't have the power to become who you want to become, or you don't have this God power. And you do have the God power because you're a creator, and God is a creator, and He gave you that power. So you may not be the God, because I don't even know if anyone's seen the God, but you are a God, and you have a God-given ability that make you a creator just like Him. So I knew that I wanted to create this shirt. How did I know? Because I had the idea in my mind that told me to create it. You feel me? From my own projection of my thoughts, I'm like, yo, I want to create a design. When I got the idea of who I was becoming and who I am, I was like, yo, I got to make these different aspects and different concepts of who I am because I want to become, and I knew who I was becoming. The fucked up thing is the people that don't know who you becoming and the people who do know who you want to become, um, they become a pest or a what you call that? A, what you call them? Parasite. You feel me? So you got to flush out the parasites, cleanse the parasites, and you know what I'm saying, purge it, and then surge into the, you know what I'm saying, the dynamic being that you came here to be. So that's what I'm seeing for myself. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I wanted to create certain products, not because it's what I seen someone else do, because of my own unique experiences It was, there's a problem, I need a solution. I don't like the way they make that hat. I don't like the way they made that shirt. Let me make a shirt or make it in a way that it's a reflection of my creativity. You know what I'm saying? And also, let me have the ability, right, to create. Let me have the creative ability. That's why I sip the eight. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, sip the eight to make me feel great and put myself in position to look, feel, and act the way that I want to act, because now I gotta put myself in a mind state and put myself in a zone, you know what I'm saying, to create the art and the look and the fashion based off of who I always was. So if you know me from high school, I look the same thing. I just evolutionized the look. I'm coming to school looking just like this. I'm coming to an event or I'm suited and booted looking a certain way because that's just who I am. But I'm gonna add my own twist to it. I'm gonna add my own outlook to it. I'm gonna add my own. You know what I'm saying? Like you could don't reinvent the wheels. Just put some rims on that bitch. You feel me? So this is a look that I been was doing since a kid, but now I made it grown and sexy. You feel me? So I could switch it up to be urban. I could switch it up to be corporate. I could switch it up to be casual. I could switch it up to be sporty. I could switch it up to be gaudy. I could switch it up to be incognito. I could switch it up to be um, dark. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Gothic. Because those are the natural essence of who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just looking at the gap of um, who people want to be, who they influenced by, and the stuff that they struggling with. And I'm like, yo, you trying to maintain a certain look based off of um, what someone else is doing. That's cool if you keep the consistency of that. But then there's a comfortability of how you are received and how you feeling in that sense, in that aspect. You feel me? Because if I put on a certain clothes, and these are things that I learned from other people, right? Which I don't have the pride to say that, yo, I didn't get inspiration from da da da. There's certain things that I get inspiration from, and there's certain things that I don't need other people's inspiration from because I just got self inspiration and I'm self motivated in certain aspects. But certain things I'm like, yo, the trial and error of becoming who you are and designing yourself, I'm like, yo, I don't feel comfortable in this garment, or I don't feel comfortable. Um, if I know I gotta go for a long walk, I gotta wear certain clothes. If I know I'm going to sit down for a certain a long time and I'm going to an auditorium, I gotta wear certain clothes. But I gotta feel comfortable. I gotta feel like I'm not losing myself. Not in the aspect of jumping off the edge and breaking out of a shell, but I'm not losing myself to where I'm like, oh fuck, my shoes is too tight, my pants, my waist is hurting, or um, when you wear certain um, collars, you know what I'm saying, it make you feel uncomfortable, or uh, you don't want to feel too tight, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So you want to look good, but at the same time you want to feel good. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about expectations of how you see yourself. And people may say, "Well, I haven't got to that certain level yet, and I haven't got to that." Da, da, da. It's a choice to want to even feel and to look that certain way, and it's a choice to research your industry research the dynamics of who you want to be like, because it's comfortable to want to be like someone else. So if you want to say, I want to be like this person, and you're content with that, that's nothing wrong with that. You're saying you could be like someone else because they have created a template for you to follow, and that's where you see yourself fit in that dynamics of who you are, because you may not want to go through the cut and sew and the trial and error of creating the final piece. You know what I'm saying? You just may want to rock the final piece as a representation of the people that's putting forth effort in the A Lot t-shirt, the Boom Cat Boom, the God's Gift soccer jersey, the Late Bloomers basketball jersey, the Always Do the Work, the Love and the Light, the headband, the glasses, socks, the jacket, the the fleece, um, whatever the case may be, the platform, the putting of videos and categories, the Us TV, the 8, the feast styles, the lifestyles, the performances, the press. You know what I'm saying? The TikTok, the Instagram, the Snapchat, the all these different things. So when someone is like, what do you do? I'm like, yo, go on social media, because I knew that I wanted to be in the entertainment business, which is media. You can go across the media platforms and you can look and find and see all the different dynamics of the real estate of building um, intellectual property that creates wealth because of my expectations and the choices that I make, and not in the debating with anyone of why I got music on Spotify, why I got music on TuneCore, why I got music um, and media, why I pull out my camera and I film myself walking down the block. Those are my methods to my madness or my creativity. So people who don't have those expectations and who don't know or live in that realm or that world, they gonna look at you as if, I don't see why they would look at you as a threat, but they're gonna look at you as someone that's outside the box or that's different from the rest. Not because we want to be different from the West, because truly that there are people who have views and expectations of things that people try to make them feel as if they don't have a voice to express it, and you can be holding back the next person to evolve the architecture of an environment. Because it's like, why the fuck we in 2025 and some places look like 1970 fucking 5? I be feeling like fucking Grease Lightning going through certain aspects. I be feeling like 1985. I don't know where to come outside in some fucking um, stonewashed jeans or some bell bottoms, or certain places just look run down, and um, people have limited um, I don't want to say mindsets, because everyone is intellectual or heightened in their own world. You know what I'm saying? So no one is really more in a different or more powerful realm, because, like I said, a person that's um, a junkie, they a superfied junkie. So you can't tell them nothing about what's in that world. You know what I'm saying? a person that lives in a corporate world, they live in that world, so they are at the highest of that essence and the highest of that world. You know what I'm saying? Someone who lives in a creative fashion world, fashion industry, or someone who is into music, we live in that world. You know what I'm saying? So to come and to have a debate with me about certain things that I know or I created or I'm being innovative about, I won't even debate with you. I'm just gonna tell you like, yo, my fam, like I was the first one to do that, or I was one of the first ones to do that, or I started that trend, or I evolutionized that trend, or I know the person that evolutionized that trend because certain aspects I got inspiration from them. So you doing that shit out of trying to take shit and make it yours, then I understand that concept if it's like um, fun and play. Like when I freestyle, you know what I'm saying? I'm rapping over beats, you know what I'm saying, that are on a social media platform to rap on. Like back in the days when niggas used to go to the fucking Habibi or the Africans to go get the instrumental mixtape with fucking 40 instrumentals on them and record over them shit or freestyle to them shit over the fucking the Casio boombox. You put it in and press mic and you rap on that shit and you put the cassette over that shit and then you go get together with your niggas and you put that shit in and you let niggas hear your freestyle, or you get the camcorder out, or y'all niggas just sit amongst yourselves and y'all freestyle. It's the same fucking difference, but now that we could put the shit on social media, it cannot be a problem, even if there's an overconsumption of it, because it's the same fucking difference that what we was doing from way back when, but now we've monetized it. And there can't be only a certain amount of monetization if um if these billion-dollar platforms exist, and you're saying that these billion-dollar corporations and these billion-dollar platforms exist, and we have this amount of money and all this money is flowing, and then people are using the shit to monetize it and finding ways to monetize it, and you're saying, well, you can't do it like that, and da da da, and but you're adjusting to my ideas. Nah, pay me. You feel me? Because pay me because I'm an innovator. You know what I'm saying? And you guys are making adjustments to my adjustments. That means that I am an asset to your platform. I am an asset to the movement of the experience of what people want to see, want to hear, and what they act like they don't want to hear, but they'll use it or become a part of it from a popular person who may see it and be like, yo, I'm on a higher platform, let me use your ideas. But it's not organic because you can't sustain it because you don't know where it came from in that experience. That experience is not you. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really have that experience to sustain the organics and the naturality of what it is to have that idea. You feel me? So I could look at a certain basketball move and be like, yo, I got that from such and such, but he did it like this. I'm gonna add this combo to it, and then now I'm known for that. You know what I'm saying? And then now my expectation of that is I'm going to continuously use that move, put it on a platform, monetize it because of my expectations, right? And my desires to want to acquire a certain popularity or validation from people who are looking to be a part of that market. So I create a fan base of people who want 8 because they want better skin. They want 8 because they need high performance. They want 8 because they want their hair to grow. They want 8 because they want to know how I get it in. I'm going to record myself working out because um, I don't got time right now to give you a tutorial. So, but I'm going to turn that camera on. And for those who learn from visualization, you can look at me and go back and scroll and be like, yo, how K got that big? Nigga, scroll all the way back. Look at the 7-day routine. Apply it to your schedule. Keep watching the video. Tell your friends to keep watching my video. Get my views up. You feel me? Then I can allocate time for people who want to see me consistently do that. I make the time, right? So now I'm making the time because the time that we have is an allocation of desires, expectation, and what you want to utilize your time for. So go tell your people, subscribe to my channel, holla at your boy, you feel me? Apply the workout if you want to get better, right? If you want the results that you want or you want to seek, watch the video. If you want the results that I'm getting from 8, order the product. If you want to dress on how I look and look how I look, order a hat, order a shirt. You know what I'm saying? You like how I rap, like how I talk. You know what I'm saying? Order my appearance. You know what I'm saying? Because of my expectations, you feel me? And I have certain expectations when it comes to the realm of being featured, being desired, being in appearance, being in presence and stuff like that. I have certain brands or certain abilities that I have that I can heighten the influence of the brands, of the expectations, of the views, of the influence of other people and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So the allocation of time and expectations is what separates people from each other. You know what I'm saying? And they be like, why does person think like that and how you got this ability? And you look around, like, since you was a kid, right? And I'm like, yo, I bet. Certain things wasn't taught to us, but then now I know what I know. I can't go another decade or another however many years and be like, yo, I'm going to just continue to make the same steps and have the same excuses and deal with the same issues. Because that would be insanity, right? And people would be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you up to? You not the same. And I'm like, yo, do you know how much time and how much trial and error you gotta go through to find your sound in music? Do you know how much trial and error you gotta go through to edit videos and articulate yourself and find the right words, and how many books you gotta read to find the makeup of your product and the aesthetics of how you want to be received and the aesthetics of how you exist, and to the pushback you get from the non-belief and separating yourself from those who don't believe in what you do and stuff like that, and also making them believers after you obtain and you achieve certain things, and you like, yo, this dude said he was gonna do it and he did it. You feel me? And paving a way for yourself that's different from the rest. You know what I'm saying? So just looking at that aspect and just paying attention to those things, I'm like, um, there's an over um, redundant, repetitive conversation about um, racial um, topics, supremacy topics, who's holding who back, and I don't give a fuck about. Not to say I don't care about that stuff, but as an individual, that's like a fucking gazillion excuses of why things are not happening the way they're supposed to happen because certain things are out of your control based off of what you desire and what you expect. You know what I'm saying? So I can't dwell on if someone like me or not. I can't dwell on if a chick like me. I can't dwell off of another person's opinion. I can't dwell off of um, why these people make the certain choices that they make when I have the time, the ability, the the mindset to keep taking steps into the directions of what I created as far as a template and a blueprint to where I wanted to go in life and not having someone um, in my ear or going against me of you can't do that, why you did that, why you do this, why you do that, why you sound like that, why you look like that. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna waste my time and be like, why you do that, why you look like that, why you sound like that, why you like that. I'm not wasting my fucking time unless I'm getting paid for that shit. You know what I'm saying? If I'm getting paid to critique and all that, I understand that aspect of it, but I'm not gonna waste my time to feed into um, the barrier of potential. You know what I'm saying? If you want to break free from potential, because potential is one thing and the application is a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm past fucking potential. I'm past the fucking underdog. I'm past fucking if and I'm past the critique of other people. I'm gonna look at you like I'm not going in no room full of judges and shit like that. I'm like, what? My nigga, come on, man. My shit is amazing. You feel me? Like, I'm lifting that fucking weights. I'm putting in the work, and I'm like, the fuck y'all talking about? I'm not even listening to y'all. I'm listening to my arms bulk up. I'm listening to my fucking abs. I'm listening to my fucking blood flow. Like, I'm listening to my body. I'm listening to my diet. I'm listening to um, the abilities that I have. I'm listening to um, the dynamics of the results that I'm getting. I'm listening to that. I'm looking at like, yo, scratching off my goal list. So why y'all niggas is critiquing this? I'm like, what's on your fucking goal list? What's your goals? You feel me? What do you want it to? What do you, like? What? Why are you here? You know what I'm saying? So that's an aspect too. It's like, yo, you here to create, fam. You know what I'm saying? You're here to create if you want to. If you don't want to, that's on you. It's not none of my business. You know what I'm saying? It's not none of my business. So when people keep asking me questions and critiquing me and trying to figure out how I move and the patterns that I have and all that type of shit, and I'm like, you're living in your world based off of, I guess, your expectation of questionnaire, and I'm living in my expectations of what the fuck I gotta get done. You know what I'm saying? So there's some things that are there's no questions about it. You feel me? So I have a questionnaire for my Late Bloomer magazine. You know what I'm saying? When I'm interviewing someone, I have a questionnaire for social media when I'm talking to someone and we exchanging dialogue and information and we getting to know each other because I want to know what turns you on. You know what I'm saying? I want to know. I want to know. You feel me? So I'm into that aspect of it, but the questionnaire of um, why am I doing what the fuck am I doing? Because I want to change my fucking life. I want to do something that's different. I want to acquire. I want to set the platform and create and pave the way for people that don't know and don't have a fucking clue about what the fuck they want to do because they don't have no one of influence that is doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sit there um, um, all the time with a chalkboard to give you the formulas just so you could regurgitate the information so you could feel highly of yourself. I'm not into that. I'm not into the fucking, I know all of this shit so I could feel highly of myself. Nah, nigga, I'm trying to build something. I want to build a fucking, um, uh, um, infrastructure. I want to build, you know what I'm saying, a community and stuff like that. I'm not into fucking the competition of who got the most liabilities. Fuck no. You feel me? Like, nigga, I don't care about no fucking liabilities. We talking about assets. You know what I'm saying? We talking about um, how to become an asset, how to become um, an active player, an active coach, an active individual in the world of existing. Like, why do you exist? You know what I'm saying? I want to date the most beautiful women. I want to have the most beautiful kids. I want to have um, the most luxurious life. I want to have the most of everything because it's my birthright. And they're like, you can't have this. Yes, the fuck you can. You telling the whole fucking community that they can't have this, and then when they tell them themselves that they can't have it, they like, yo, I can't have it, so why the fuck am I living? You feel me? Why am I living if I can't get the fucking Rolls Royce and the Bentley? Why the fuck do they make those cars? Why do they make those big ass houses? Why do they make these fucking experiences and luxurious that you gotta experience? Why do they make them, nigga? Cause you could have it. You feel me? So the clashing of um why this person act like this and why this person act like this and I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You feel me? That has nothing to do with the progression of um the redundancy of whose philosophy is more philosophized in the fossilness of existence. You feel me? I don't know if dinosaurs exist. I've never seen a dinosaur. For those that are into the archaeology and the archaeologists of the world, I respect them. Um, the only fossils that I'm looking for is um, the ones that I could build off of. You know what I'm saying? So it's old information that I could use in the betterment of building an economy, building a society, building a fucking invention, building up the self esteem of myself and the individual and to act as if I am the creator. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the fuck you teaching. So if you teaching that and I become that, then you get deemed as a crazy person. I'm like, yo, it's reversed, because if you making me into the individuals or the revered people that are amongst the greats, and I replicate that and add my own essence to it, then why is that a issue? You know what I'm saying? If I'm having those same experiences, premonitions, and those supernatural experiences, why the fuck you looking at it like it's some type of magical shit? But you teaching the magical shit because we grew up watching fucking Disney and all these cartoons and all these different things that we get influence from, and then we become it and we create it and we evolve it and we influence it, and then it's like, what you doing? It makes no fucking sense. So I'm not here to debate. I'm not here to go, you know what I'm saying? The application of building the building block and to build the skyscrapers of the world and to build the skyscrapers of the world digitally, you know what I'm saying? I could be, you know what I'm saying, doing some stupid shit, you know what I'm saying? I did my workout for the day, so it was a Saturday. I could have been chilling. I could be sleeping, you know what I'm saying? Now it's Sunday, you feel me? And I'm still building on the platform. I'm still promoting on the platform. I'm still creating products. I'm still selling products. I'm still being that nigga, being that guy. You know what I'm saying? So, to see the continuous debate of not wanting to understand, that's what the whole thing is about. Why do people debate to not understand? And when I realized that, that's something that I realized, that when you don't want to understand, there is no dialogue. When you don't want to understand the dynamics of the whole situation, there is no dialogue. There is no back and forth. There is none of that no more. It's just this, I bet. You have a walled or a shield or some type of defense mechanism that you have about yourself, so you don't want to understand. You feel me? And that's what I noticed. Like, it's a battle of that. Yo, I don't want to understand. And then you got the person that's like, yo, I want to understand, but they don't want to teach you it. But they're going to teach you based off of the stability of staying in a consistency of mediocrity. You feel me? And when you break free from mediocrity, you now are in a realm of the combative dialogue of, or experiences of, you not wanting to, no, them not wanting you to get to a certain position, a certain status. But still they're adjusting to my adjustments, which makes me the winner, the victor in all aspects, because they're adjusting and looking and mimicking my innovation. Amazing. You already know what it is. Mr. Easy does it. You know what I'm saying? Getting that mucus out my system. You feel me? Because it works. It's 8, baby. Holla at your boy, Mr. Easy does it. Mr. Number Letters, Jazz America. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Jazz.